see there's a distinct world from processing. In the stance, talk about your feelings, like your feelings are really a reflection of the reality out here.
So I just wanted to share that little switch that I went through. So.
Got it. Awesome. Thank you. Okay, so the two seminars coming up, the Excellence in the Zone seminar. So I know a lot of you, not a lot of you, but I know some of you did the Excellence in the Zone seminar that we just completed like a month before this seminar began. That seminar, I love that seminar. It's you get into the world of your complaints, even the complaints where you don't think you're a complainer. No, not everybody at session 1 realized that they're a complainer, and in session 2, and then at session 3, everybody realized it. I don't complain about my husband. He just is that way. He's just messy. Some of you are looking like, yeah, maybe that's just the truth. That's not a complaint. But in this seminar, you get your complaints as an access to possibility. You start to get into the world of excellence and how tripped up we get by having this impossible state of perfection. And you get power and you start to create authentically. This is how my life could look. This is what's possible. And it's your creation, and you start to chip away at all these complaints, like complaint after complaint after complaint of, oh, here's my next transformation. Okay, there's a complaint. Okay, now what else? But then you get all the people who are all tripped up of this is how my life is supposed to look, and I'm this age, and I should have this figured out, and this is how it's supposed to look, this is how my wife's supposed to be, my husband's supposed to be. But then you get into the world, so it's excellence in the zone, and then you get the access to how could I live life in the zone. Now, where did in the zone come from? Well, great, another sports analogy. It got stolen from the athletes of when they talk about being in the zone. So that's what that whole world gets created into. And then, and that's Thursday nights, March 7th. And then the breakthrough seminar is the other seminar, and this is the, first of all, whichever seminar, there's not a better seminar. You can look at it as, look, this is a world of, I've peeled the onion as far back as I've gone. Now you've peeled it back to where you're at now. Now the peeling gets easier. You know, it's like the resistance is stripped. You start to, in a way, trust the process. Or you start to have opened up a whole new world and you go, okay, I could trust something's possible here. The peeling of the onion gets easier and easier and easier. Especially when you're building the muscle. Now there's neuroscience that backs up everything that I'm saying about this. I don't know all the technical terms, but it's like the frontal lobe is the part that's like when people talk about their head hurting. It's like I've been studying so hard that my head hurts, or maybe you had that experience in the forum. You start to build that muscle in the world of transformation, where it gets easier and easier and easier. You get off it quicker and quicker and quicker. What used to take you 2 months to get off it, now it takes you 2 weeks, and then 4 months from now it's going to take you maybe 2 hours. I am speaking 100% from experience with myself and people around me. It's the way it goes when you stay in the game. So then the breakthrough seminar, in that seminar, it's breakthroughs living outside the box. First you confront the world of the breakdowns, and that you get wrapped around the axle. You get so upset, you get so frustrated, or you get apathetic or dead around breakdowns. You give up on things, or it doesn't even look like a breakdown, it just looks like, no, my life is just a mess, it's not a breakdown. No, you get an empowering context around breakdowns, where you start to seek out breakdowns. Like, no, I want more, because now you've brought a state of empty and meaningless to your breakdowns. And then, rather than deal with the breakdowns from the same approach, we create a possibility-given approach. So that's why it's living outside the box. You actually start to look at a world you've never explored, and how could I cause a breakthrough? And it's, I talk about both of these. I've led both of these seminars, and I wish I could tell you one's better than the other, but they're both equally as fun, equally as as inspiring. You know, the power, it's just the point of the seminar program is, look, you go out into life, you deal with people who do not pull for possibility. You go tell somebody something's possible, they say, I don't think so, or get off my back, or leave me alone. You say, look, we could transform our family. No, you can't, because Uncle Barry did this. Don't talk to Uncle Barry anymore. Do you know what he did? He's a terrible person, or blah, 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 you know, and I don't know what is said about Uncle Barry. Or Uncle Barry, now we're talking about him. But there's your own, you know, Uncle Barrys out in your life that are not pulling for transformation. They have no interest, they don't even know what it is. It just, leave me alone. The seminar program is designed to give you a shot. Like, what if I just had a shot at living a life of transformation? So, can you hand out those cards? So, we're going to take a couple minutes. So here's what there is to do. So when you get the cards, you'll want to do a couple things. So you'll be writing from a couple categories. You don't have to fill the whole thing out. It's just your name and nothing else. So we're going to take about 10 minutes. Let me see how much time. Take about 7 to 10 minutes to give everybody an opportunity. So one is you might be, you want to write from whatever space. So if you registered for the Self-Expression Leadership Program, write that on the back of the card. So on the front of the card, write your name. Or if you have the advanced course coming up in May, and then I think there's one in August, and maybe 1 or 2 of you is in that one. If you have that coming up, then write, I've got the advanced course coming up. And if you're going to register into a seminar, or you haven't registered yet into the Self-Expression Leadership Program, you want to do that tonight, then we're going to take a moment to do that. So you could write that. So, or if you have questions, or you're not going to register tonight, but you just want to look at the dates, we're going to take a couple minutes. So those of you who want to do that, in a moment you'll go to the tables and you could look. Then if you're a registration expert, stand up and then go to the tables. So they came here early, they're going to be able to help you and empower you in registering. We can split up 2 and 2, unless there's a better table. Okay, so if you have questions about the seminars or you want to register into the seminars, go ahead and go see them right now. And if you have questions about an advanced course or the Self-Expression Leadership Program, go ahead and go to the tables now. And then we have Gail in the back for any questions. And anything else that you're here to provide or that you want to provide?
Answer questions.
Answer questions.
Yes.
Okay, cool. So we're going to do that.
See you Monday.
And then, yeah.
See you Monday.
Okay, so we're going to go over this again.
What?
Okay.
So it's going to be very simple. If you are thinking about registering, you could even say, look, I'm thinking about it. Or I'm moving to Alaska. Or I want to do a seminar, I got to look at the dates. Or I'm going to register for a seminar. Write all of that on the back. But you just want to write your name on the front and then whatever space you're in on the back.
I would just ask where we turn it in.
We'll turn it into the middle.
Okay.
Yeah. You know, or if you're still uncertain, or if you want to drive yourself crazy, you could say, I'm still processing.
Digesting.
I'm digesting. Now don't write that being a smart ass, because it's going to waste everybody's time.
Are you leading one?
Yeah, I'm leading the breakthrough seminar.
But I'm digesting.
So if you like me, you can do breakthroughs. If you don't like me, you can do excellence. But seriously, I don't take it personal. My commitment is that you've got transformation. I could care less about that. Personally, I'd love to see all of you again.
So you said when the excellence breakthrough.
Oh, and breakthroughs is April 1st. Monday's April 1st. Okay, so, all right, everybody go be in action, go to the tables. Hand your cards into the middle as well. I know this is chaotic and confusing. And then we'll get started back up at 9:30.
Who has days for SELP?
Physically doing that now. Are you physically ready?
Awesome.
I'm trying to write. Yeah, I'm trying to write big actually right now. I signed up for this one, so now I'm just like, I like to go to sleep. Did you sign up?
For
I don't cry at all. I have before. Yes. It's not. I do like my town. Something's got it. Never had anything like that. No, that's what my wife says. That's crazy. The water should be
Alright, 2 more minutes and then we'll get done.
But then it was conversations about. Yeah. So when I did it, maybe there was a and it was
Alright, start taking your seats.
what's happening? She's crying. But in her head, she's like, that's how that's like, why especially with stuff fancy. Basically, usually
really.
yeah. More than like I was so like that's so true. I don't know.
I've had that same conversation.
I know we do this usually.
And I can't be contributed to, so it's like, that's why.
Yeah, dude.
Alright, keep filling that out.
Okay, take your seats, take your seats. Oh, and if you still have your cards, turn them into the center aisle, and Alex will collect them. Where do you have it? Alex, where's Alicia? She's in the hall.
Yeah, I'll grab it.
Okay, well, I think she's directing people in, but I just.
Okay.
Okay, so, new conversation. Oh, thank you. All right, so let's acknowledge everyone who registered, and let's just acknowledge the registration. All right, so we're now going to have a conversation about session number 10. So the intention of session number 10 is to complete the seminar powerfully and to give you the opportunity to create a commitment to living an invented life. So, between now and next session, you'll have an opportunity to engage in a practice of giving yourself power to live from the commitments that you invent and the games that you're creating. So, what is the most powerful and empowering way to live from commitments and games that you're creating? I'll tell you. Language and integrity. No, could be. It could be. I know, I make a joke and then I get the, yeah. But that all lives inside of this anyway. What will make the biggest difference for you is being public about the commitments you are.
What was the question?
This week is enrolling 10 people a day. It's another joke, but I hope you're confronted by that. What is the most empowering way to live from commitments that you invent in the games that you're creating? And what we're saying is the biggest difference is for you to be public about the commitments you are. Being public about the commitments you are makes your commitments real and powerful. When you create yourself as a player in life, and when you create new commitments in your life that leave you enlivened and fulfilled, you are no longer in the stands. You can no longer hide. How many of you like to hide? Some people are hiding. I gotta tell you, speaking of hiding, last night at the advanced course, woman gets up at the mic and she says, "Hey, who's got license plate? Blah 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 blah." It was me. So, but here's the inauthentic piece. I didn't hear her at first, and then she says a license plate, and I think that's mine. Now I'm parked at the gym, one of the gym parking spots. So I got there, it's Saturday night. Sunday night, because that's last night. I show up at 7:30, so the gym's closed. So I'm thinking, okay, I could park here. But then she says it again. And then again, like, what kind of car is it? She says, what kind of car? And, Jeremy helps out. And he's like, Spencer, that's your car. But here's the inauthentic piece is, she says that, I'm like, that's mine. And I'm like, immediately, I don't want to have seminar leader look bad. Because I'm sitting in one of the chairs in the back of the room. So I'm like, yeah. Oh, is it getting towed, or whatever? So I'm like, oh no. So it's like right as I'm about to say, yeah, that's my car, is when Jeremy helps move it forward.
On the court.
On the court. While I'm thinking in the stands. And then she says, oh, I hit your car. I'm like,
Oh my God, I was right.
Phew.
yeah. So immediatally as I'm walking out, I'm like, so how bad is it? And she said, you'll have to see. So I'm immediately thinking, I'm like, okay, I literally was planning my next 48 hours. I'm like, okay, so, all right, so if it doesn't work, all right, so I'll get an Uber home, and then I'll have to get all this stuff out of the car, and then tomorrow, where am I traveling? Okay, so, who can I borrow a car from? Who's gonna drive me? Okay, well, my parents are in Fort Collins, and I could always use an extra car, but then how do I get that? Okay, so, already planning my whole life, the seminar session, okay, so my wife will be home, I'll just take her car, I hate her car. Okay. And then, it's a scratch, it's like nothing. I'm like, oh, all this for, okay. It's like, it's bad enough that, I do have to do something about it, but it wasn't, can't let it slide.
It's still
I don't think
it's
you
drivable.
actually came up, you said, oh, cool, and you smiled, and I'm like, oh my God. Yes, yes.
Because
I was like,
oh,
you did it.
cool. And I was like, I missed that whole thing. She was very impressed by how you just.
Yeah, I don't think you mean cool when you say it.
Well, but then there's also the thought of what if it's really bad and then I have to go get a new car? Which my wife has no interest in me doing that, but if I have to.
So Spencer, are you looking to enroll somebody in helping that take place? Is that
What's that?
Are you looking to enroll somebody in helping that move forward?
I request you all buy me a new car.
I thought you meant where we were current.
No,
We can make a good current with that.
being public about my commitments.
That's what we'll do at the end of seminar 10.
Yeah, that's right, that's right. I can spin it, I'll spin it every direction possible.
And that's our third seminar option.
The world revolves around
Call
me.
that fraud. Call that fraud.
Okay, so enough about that and me. Let's get back to your life. As much as it's easy to make the world revolve around me and every day, and that's how I wake up, and that's normally why I hate people when I wake up. Because life's about me, so it's a lot easier when it's not about me. Just the internal dialogue strips away, or you're in action too much to even think. You don't have enough time to think about how terrible you are or what's wrong with you. Alright, so here's the thing. The nature of your character is to hide and stay private. Like me in the back of the room. When you create yourself as a player in life, and when you create new commitments in your life that leave you enlivened and fulfilled, you are no longer in the stands, you can no longer hide. You are now a player in life who is intending to impact the game. By being public, you're being with the other people in your life and make in your life from the commitments you are, and with the intention of making a difference. Yeah.
Can I make a request?
You can make a request, it doesn't mean it'll get accepted, but sure.
It's around making commitments public.
What's a request?
I made a lot of commitments public, and I'm requesting that you all go snag some of the Westwords. Read about my commitments.
Stand up, stand up. Create this with us.
Okay. I'm requesting from you all to go to the newsstands and pick up the Westword from this week. You might see some of my commitments that were made public.
He's on the cover, so.
Go high, bro, go
We
high.
are so stingy. You should have walked, this is what you should have done tonight. You should have walked in and then like, okay, so I know in a moment you're going to have a share. I want to share. You should have just gotten up here.
I was bringing out the.
He should have brought the Westward.
Yeah, you should have brought like 70 Westwords. Yeah. What the hell?
This is what happens when you guys are so stingy. I know all you other people, all of you got, the people that don't share, you have amazing things going on. Usually I don't know about it until session 10 when you go through everything you accomplished, and then you guys share, and then every time I'm like, what?
Is that Westword free too?
Yes.
Why don't you bring us also?
Oh, I thought you were going to say, so I don't have to pay. I'm like, dude, you can pay $3.
No, I'm saying he didn't have to buy 50
Right.
of them, he could have brought it.
You could have taken the whole stand.
Hey,
Alright, tell us some of your
Yeah,
commitments.
just tell us and then bring.
Oh, wait, here's the corner.
Y'all heard my commitment.
Yeah, pass it around.
Yeah, what's happening?
Okay, well, that is for an event happening on March 1st. Artopia is the name of the event, and it's Westward sponsored event. But this year's theme is around the history of hip hop culture in Denver. You know, hip hop's more than just like rap music on the radio. It's a whole full-blown culture, dance and music and art and language and stuff. So, yeah. And I've been a part of the hip hop community in Denver and globally for about 20 years. So I've done a lot of, contributing to cultivating and preserving the movement. And so, I'm kind of a pillar in the hip hop community. And the Westword finally couldn't go around me. Against me. So yeah, so I use that platform to talk about transformation.
Well, there's a brewery next to us here for the golf.
Yeah.
Do you know Epic Dance Company in Arizona?
No, Epic sounds familiar, but
Okay.
So you used it as a platform for transformation?
yeah, I use hip hop as an art form, and I use it. I rhyme, so I MC, I write poetry.
Freestyle, you got a nice one.
And,
Alright, yes you can.
for it.
You can use it as a prop.
Then you can drop it when you're done.
That's probably what happened.
And the sunrise pushing goes out. It's like, go, yeah.
Well, so I use the platform to enroll people in transforming their lives and, taking power back into their own life. So the landmark, all this stuff is perfect on my trajectory. So I'm super thankful for this space
Thank you.
and y'all in it, So, the Artopia, so yeah, Artopia is on March 1st at the church. The church is a club, yeah. But the fellow who curated is one of my partners. What's that? The church.
I was wondering how many people are gonna.
I wanna hear this.
All right.
I'm excited.
I'm trying to figure out what rap to share with y'all. I wrote this, so I'm just gonna read it. All right, check it. Y'all ready here? See, y'all
This video?
Yeah, you want? Yeah. I got that videos. All right, check it.
Oh no, my phone died.
Okay, ready?
Yeah. Ready.
If you're ready, say yeah.
Yeah.
Say, oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
As a shorty, I had mad dreams. Sky was the limit, so I grabbed that scene. In my mind, in a time where to have that cream meant nothing. I didn't have to add that green. Just visualize wealth with yourself in the picture. See? Raps that reach out to the world from the inner me. I'm not the enemy, my life too raw to fall for the okie doke, break right through y'all. Defenses, defenseless, I vibe truth, y'all. In the flesh, in essential, I might prove all of these naysayers wrong. Bring the light to y'all. That's what I saw in a dream, we bring it right to y'all. Drop out the rat race, link with the squad. Against the odds, fulfill what we see as our job. Bobbing, weaving, thank God for breathing, dreaming. Cause life, it ain't all it seems. It's crazy world.
You went from hiding to boom. Declare.
Wow. So that's what's possible when you're public about your commitments. So look, we had no idea. We didn't know this. We didn't know you this way. Like, we didn't know.
What about the group you called, bro? Like, you could have shared it on
I know.
You could have told us on the phone.
Does your group even know? Kat, do you know? Did you? You did? Okay, great. One person. Stingy, you stingy man.
Hey Spencer, if we text you that video,
What's that?
we text you the video, would you get it, make sure it got out to everyone?
Is that okay? Yeah, all right. Only know-
Yeah.
Yes.
Mike strikes me as a very humble guy. Can you talk about humility in being public?
Talk about humility?
Yeah, he seems like a very humble guy. We
Yeah.
didn't know. How do you be humble and have humility and declare things?
All right, so look, so to complete on this part of this, your character has no interest in you being public. It's risky. And then we never confront that there is no risky out in life. It's all a story. So your character has no interest in sharing. It has no interest in being public. It has no interest in people knowing what you're up to. It's safe. So I wouldn't worry about the world of humility. That's going to get you into, analyzing from on the stands. Like, I don't want to be braggy, or I don't want to be, think I'm trying to look good or anything like that. The whole analyzing is all going to be from in the stands. So I invite you this week to be unreasonable about being public about what you're committed to. And it will take something. It will really take something. And some things you know right away, like, yeah, I could go be public with this person about this. It's like Sandra creates being public about her commitment with that guy where he's now enrolled in something he didn't even know was possible. Not even a thought, there's probably no language he's had up to that point about what he could create for that university. Literally not the language for it. It's just how can I help people, or how can I do a better job? Or whatever world he's in. But to bring a whole new world there, create something. And it doesn't mean you have to now go rap for people. But you can. Alright, so we're going to do one more thing about this, and then you're going to get into your groups. Alright, so hand these out. We're going to do this super quick. Now I want you to have this list be, this is going to be a simple list. We've made lots of lists in the seminar. We've made lists every session. This is your final list. What? I know. This is your final list. And this is quick. This is, write your name. What's that?
The actual form part's irrelevant.
Yeah, the actual form part's irrelevant. Do not write your address. I don't want to know your address. But it's simple. It's write your name. And then you can write 1 or to 5 people or however many people you want to write. But this is, look, if I could fulfill the seminar and knowing that this person is now registered into the forum, or that I've introduced the forum to this person, and I could complete that. And I know some of you who have people coming tomorrow night, you don't have to include them for your advanced course. But look at other people, or people that said no, they can't make it tomorrow night. But this is a completion for you. It's like, man, if I just look back to November 19th when we started this, and I could have said this person at least has a shot at having this in their life, who would I want to have here? Who have I given up on? Who have I been stingy with? Who have I sold out on? And have this be the one last shot. And not as the truth, because of course, session 10 comes and it's easy to go, well, someday maybe they'll come and blah, 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 blah. But you could create it as, look, this is their shot. Yeah?
Can we say names of people that were bringing somewhere?
Sure.
Like that is the process.
Yeah.
If they're out of town,
I don't. Alright, so do that real quick, and then, have you not handed out the assignments? Okay. Alright, so hand those in when you're done with that. And have it be your creation. This is your game. You could say, this is the game. Am I going to win this game? What actions? What have I... And what's likely happened is you've been in the stands with them. You've probably been in the stands in a conversation. You've probably been having a conversation, and then you're making up their reaction. Literally having no idea what they're saying. Who was that up here who, is that somebody up here tonight? Oh, Sarah, when you actually got interested in what those people thought about the Landmark Forum or what they had heard.
And what I found is I was able to create, like, I totally gave up on myself in it, and then I was like, no, I'm getting back in the ring. And like, then I was able to create a totally new conversation today.
Yeah.
And then one of my friends, like, this is why I wrote them down, has been the most, like, man, I'm skeptical, can you literally tell me the whole agenda for the night?
Wow.
And I just did to the best of what I don't know is gonna be creative, but,
Right.
they're still coming.
Yeah.
And they're coming, but it's like, all I can create for them, my parents flew here for it, which is totally unreasonable.
Yeah.
Like, it seemed very unreasonable, my wife actually enrolled them in that, but like, I'm getting like, literally anything's possible, and what can feel like a closed door is a total story.
It's extraordinary. Alright, let's acknowledge Sarah. Alright, bring those into the center, and then we're going to do this next piece quick, and then you're going to get into your groups. Alright, so in a moment we'll hand out the assignments. And one of the assignments is going to be to practice dwelling in and applying the distinctions of committed speaking and listening. What you're going to discover this week is you're going to start to discover it. You'll either see it with your own language or you're going to hear it in other people's language. Just like when you got the whole world of stories and then you walk out into your life. Now some of you in probably a not so enrolling way, because this is what I did, is I went and told everybody, that's a story. And it makes no difference for them. They now have a new story, and it's not a story to them that I'm, annoying. And I was. But you're going to start to be able to hear the speaking from other people of how not on the court people are. And that could be your access to empowering them. Not coaching them, not telling them what they're doing wrong. This is for you. This distinction is for you. But you'll now start to get an access into, wow, I could really empower somebody. So when they say, I've heard that thing about I've heard this about the Landmark Forum, great, what is that? Okay, great, all right. Start to get all the assessments and the judgments and all of that. Or whatever it is, something with your company. Like, I don't feel like this is a good idea. Okay, why is this not a good idea? Talk to me. Great, let's get it in the world. Okay. So that's going to be one of the discoveries that you're out to discover for yourself this week. Now, one of the things for the next session is we're going to now inquire into how to master playing games. And we're going to take a page out of the book of the wise ones who've mastered living life as a game. So who do you think are the wise ones? Oh yeah, 7 are.
Kids.
No, kids. Our children. They're the ones who have mastered living life. And we're going to get into that whole world.
Why don't we beat it out of them? Grow it.
No, we do. We kill them. We kill them. We just kill them, kill them, kill them. All right, so be unreasonable, be at the last session. I know some people get funky about completion. Your character doesn't like completion and all of that. So great, here's another opportunity at a breakthrough. All right, so hand out the assignments and then go ahead and get into your groups. And I will see you guys, some of you tomorrow.
Dude, it sucks. I'm always been like, like an angle, going up against the wall with it, actually down, like this, you know, like you got the Good, how are you? Yeah.